Hi guys, my name is Adewale Adetona. They call me Slim Fit. Some call me I Slim Fit. My guest today on Tech Chat with I Slim Fit is a multidisciplinary UI UX designer who currently works at Stellenbosch as a senior product designer. Right. So this video is for you if you are a UI UX designer, a product designer, or you are looking to going into UI UX designs. Right. This video will help you prepare your mind, navigate your UI UX design career, right? And also give you some insight into the life of a typical UI UX designer, right? So before I start, please, I want you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that already. Look through the timeline and check previous videos of people who have interviewed that are in tech, and how you can also benefit from those conversations. And not just that, please click the bell button so that you can always be notified when I upload new videos. And not just that, share this video with your network. Please help me grow as I'm helping you to grow. All right, guys. So join me in welcoming Debbie Bashorun. Debbie Bashorun is a graduate of marine biology from the University of Lagos, prestigious University of Lagos, and she has about 6 years experience working for several organizations as a product designer. In her spare time, she mentors people like you that are aspiring to be UI UX designers, right? And of course, that's the interesting part of being a tech person. We tech people, we like sharing, right? All right, so nice to have you here, Debbie. Thanks for doing this with me. I really appreciate it. So let's get down to the business of the day. Tell my viewers a little bit about your background, your school, and all of that.
Okay. Sure. Okay, first, let me say thank you for having me on here.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. So about me, right, from my background, I studied marine biology at the University of Lagos. So I was a teenager that didn't know what I wanted to do. So it was not like I knew what I wanted to do in the future. So I just started studying marine biology.
Most of us.
Studied marine biology. Then I remember, I think end of 300 level, ITS first semester, 400 level. I kept asking myself, what do you want to do? Tell me what next? And I couldn't even place my hand on it because I always had this mantra that, okay, when you get to that bridge, you cross it. I'm like, I'm almost at the bridge, so what next? So I started asking people, I asked people a lot of questions. Why did you pick your career path? What stood out for you? What's interesting about you? It's why this, why that. So in my asking, I met someone, it was a graphic designer then, and he works on shirts and all of that. So I talked to him and he said, have you thought about, graphic design? Then I was like, no, it's majorly for guys. As a man, I've not seen any female design them. And he encouraged me, told me, no, you can actually bring everything that makes you feminine into design and make it better. And I said, okay, fine, I will try that out, which I did, and I'm very happy I'm here to do. So I started off with graphic design, but then I didn't start by myself. Initially, I was doing by myself, but then I fell behind. So I had to join a company as an intern. I joined Excel Technologies, the people that own the Nest Hub now. So they used to be Excel Technology then. So I started off my career working with them with tutor engine.
Nice. So that's interesting. I think that's what I always tell people, right? I mean, when you're navigating a new terrain, try to look for people that are already in that field. Try to ask them questions, and also volunteering and internship helps a lot. Which that's what you just attested to, right? So having studied marine biology, so how did you then develop interest into it? Out of all the questions you've asked different people, so why UI UX? What stood out for you as?
Okay. So first, before design came into being at all for me, I've always been intrigued by different things like visuals, colors, space. So I look at posters and things in magazines and I ask, why did this person think of this? Because I always like when people think outside the box, but I never knew how to be that person. So it felt like, oh my god, these people are just geniuses. So, and I think one day, maybe I can be a genius. Then coming from there, I started graphic design. After a while, like a year of doing graphic design, I started thinking I started using apps and noticed how well designed they are. So well designed in terms of interaction and experiences. So how you're able to click here and it goes and everything links back. Right. But then when I tried designing, I noticed that I just designed pages and then they are so confused when you try to use them. And I'm like, so how do they do this? I'm sure these people don't have two minds. They have the same old mind, which I do. So that actually just drew me into product design. So I wanted to understand how to create very intuitive and usable products. Products that you don't have to go and read getting manual things twice about using. Right? Product that you can pick and you just learn how to use on the go. So that exactly was what drew me into product design.
Yeah, so did you at any point in time have to take a course, right? I mean, online course or a physical class? I mean, apart from the internship, though, I mean, I heard that, right? I mean, because for most of my viewers, they've always asked. So I want to transition into tech as a UI UX design. And I see it's tweet recently, someone still replied that, can you teach me? I'm like, I don't teach people how to do UI UX. I mean, so are there courses or what, is there a class or is there a book or whatever that you can recommend?
Okay, so first I'll talk about my journey. During my journey, we didn't really have courses like that. So we had YouTube videos.
Okay.
YouTube was like the great, was the place. So
It's University of YouTube.
so then I was trying to make anything, let's go YouTube and Google and YouTube. Then I also had people. So I had people that I could ask. I didn't have them from the beginning, but as I was going along my journey, I had people. So I always asked. So I always, I was so I need to what how best with me I can do this and all of that. But right now I'm very happy because there are different, platforms you can learn from. There are a lot of platforms. Aside from YouTube, we have Udemy, we have Coursera, we even have Design Lab or Mentor. Aside from that, we have a lot more. We have some that focus on design, like Interaction Design Foundation, IDF. Right, IDF is very focused on UX design. So
IDF,
Interaction Design Foundation.
Okay,
Yeah.
that guys.
Yeah, so you can, and because I also took some courses, about 8 or 9 from them, right? So you can always, because we need to keep learning, right? Design is not a stagnant field; it keeps evolving. So we have to keep evolving as it evolves, and that's it. So even I'm still learning. I still learn every day. So.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So let me ask this. I recall you mentioned there was this fear you had in mind about being a female in a seemingly male-dominated area. I mean, so how does that feel? I mean, how did you break that barrier? I mean, that fear in your mind, because I mean, looking at a field like UI UX design, even coding, right? It used to be back then a male-dominated area, right?
Yeah.
And I'm happy for the likes of people like you and every other female out there that are encouraging more females to go into tech, right? Right. How did you overcome that fear?
Okay. Thank you for that question. So the beautiful thing about my journey was that I had that singular person say, "Oh, give me that push." And I think it's very important for all of us to encourage people, right, irrespective of their sex, the color of their skin, or anything. No discrimination. Encourage people to go into design and tech generally. So right now, if anybody comes to me and says, right now I'm design lab, I've had to mentor people that very more matured, people in their 40s, people in their 50s, and I've seen them do good, and I'm so proud. I recently had to mention somebody that had stroke for a bit of time, that couldn't move at all. Now she's now moving. So because of that, she was out of a job for a bit of time. So coming back into the work field, it feels very different. So it doesn't matter where you're coming from, your sex. Females, yes, you can do it. You are, I don't know, maybe I feel like you have a disability or so. As long as you want to do it, you can do design. So I think it involves one, we very consciously having a community, and not just community, and then we are consciously encouraging everyone to come into this field. Because I don't believe in gatekeeping. Why exactly are we gatekeeping, right? Anybody can do this. The major thing is, do they want to? Yes. Are they determined to? Yes. They can do it. So I think it involves encouraging, because that encouragement works for me. So imagine if back then you said, "Oh, yeah, no, you can't be a female." I probably wouldn't be anywhere near design right now.
Yeah.
Right? So we need to always encourage people. So as much as you can, talk to this person and that person, everyone you can, right, about design. And when they show interest, please encourage them. It might just be word of encouragement. You might not be able to maybe sponsor them to course or anything. It might be just word of encouragement. You'll be shocked how far that encouragement will take them. Because a lot of people already have that fear back of their mind that, "Oh, I'm female, how will I do this?" The number of the females are not that plenty in design and tech. But then I tell them, see, you can do it. There's nothing you can't do. As long as you put your mind to do it, you can. But I don't want to sound like a motivational speaker.
Aspire to conspire. All right, so you heard that from Debbie. If you are nurturing the idea of becoming a UI UX designer as a female, please go into it, go for it, right? I mean, leave your fears behind. I'm an advocate of female doing great things. I'm an advocate of female going into male-dominated areas and conquering that area, right? So please, this video is for you if you are a female UI UX designer. I mean, you want to be a UI UX designer as a female, right? So before we move on to the next question, let's quickly take a break. Let me catch my breath. I'll see you guys shortly. So let's get back into the question. So what are the tools or platforms, right, that are relevant for newbies that want to go into UI and UX design? So I know back then, CorelDRAW used to be a thing. Back then, computer skill days, I used to try my hands on CorelDRAW. I mean, technology and design has evolved, right? So what tools do you think are relevant for newbies?
Okay. So talking about tools, first thing I'll say is that there are 1,001 tools. So it's there for you to choose a tool of your choice. So yeah, I know we have industry standard and all of that, but I've seen people step outside of industry standard and create phenomenal work and do really, really great work. So it depends on you. But then there are tools like there's Figma, which is like the reason I like Figma is a personal choice. So I like Figma because of that collaboration ability. So I can be here and working with designers. I'm working with designers all around the world. And then it's so seamless, you know. So the times I work with developers and designers that we've never seen each other, or we'll do a good job on the board, and we do great work. Because why? Just jump on the board and say, you can leave me a comment, a message, everything on Figma, and just work. So aside from Figma, there's Sketch, which was what I was using before Figma came. There's Vision Studio. There is Zeppelin is one off. There are a lot more I can't remember right now. There's Adobe XD, right? There's actually a lot more. I can't remember some of them right now. So there are all of these guys. But then talking about platforms, right? So I'm talking about platforms in terms of communities, right? Because community is very, very important. It's especially when you're growing, even when you're grown, right? You need a community to always be there to tell you, oh, you did this right. Maybe you should try doing this better and all of that. Because we all need this. So in terms of community, there are lots of design communities that you can join that would benefit you a lot. So the one reason why I don't join with Twitter is because Twitter is that place where I have a lot of different designers within my reach. So if I have any questions to ask, I can really just ask on the timeline or enter anybody's DM because we're pally. So there's some that we probably not seeing each other face to face, but we're pally on Twitter. We ask questions.
Don't do Glasgows because I know they are known for Glasgows.
No, the funny thing is that I think I'll shout out to design Twitter. You guys are the best. You guys design Twitter. I'm proud to be one of you guys are doing me so proud. Design Twitter is very focused on community, making design work, helping newbies be better.
They're not about Glasgows.
Nah, they don't have time. They're chasing money. So they're about so they're chasing that, and then they're just about getting better and getting gigs and all of that. So I really like that energy. So a lot of times I probably am down and I come to that, and then they're able to they're not even talking to anybody. I'm just seeing that and I'm inspired again. Right. So things like that are things you should emulate to be part of. So there are different design communities that I'll call. So there's She Codes Africa. She Codes Africa is more like code, but they have a She Design part. There's She Designs Africa. I think She Designs Africa. Apart from that, so let's move away from the ones that are very focused on female, just general ones.
Alright, so Debbie, a seamless user experience is very, very important in having a great product. So what inspires your designs as a product designer?
Okay, I think the first thing is who you are designing for, which is the users really. So what I'm designing for is very important in this because if I'm going to design a very delightful user experience for them, then I have to know them, understand their needs and behaviors and design for that.
Nice. Okay, so what do you think are the biggest challenges you are UX designers face? So let me ask a personal question. What are the biggest challenges you face?
So I think first will be actually making my chaotic life very linear and well arranged. I think we start from that. So somebody said something that a lot of creative people are not very chaotic. So aside from that, so I don't think life is physical. Is that weird? I don't think life is physical challenges. Maybe because I'm not thinking of them in terms of challenges. Okay, sometimes is maybe we're trying to advise stakeholders and they go like that and they go, oh, I have like 100 years of experience. Yeah, but this is what user says. And sometimes they get one, so they have to be experiencing themselves. I don't want just do what you want. Users don't know what they want, give them what they want. And then, they go that route and they say, okay, revenue is not increasing, nothing is increasing. Then, okay, let's try your route. Right.
So, what is that unique thing that you love about being a UX designer?
Yes, so it's the fact that even I'm working in one career path, I can experience diverse spheres. So meaning that if I'm a UX designer for an airline, right, I get to learn everything about airlines. So even if it's a gig, even though if it's not a full time job, it's a gig for like 3 months or 6 months, I get to learn as much. So that means I have that knowledge. So I have like this, I've worked across different spheres. So I have knowledge about these different spheres. So you're like going on an adventure, like an adventure. So 1 year working here, doing a gig here, you learn all about this fair to do. So you can do that for every days.
That's quite interesting. All right, so that leads me to this question. So, do you think we have enough female representation in product design, or no, let me say tech generally in
No.
Nigeria?
No, see, the thing is, even if you ask me, so I don't think there's ever enough representation on LinkedIn. So even if you have 1 billion females, I would still say no.
Okay, so how then do you think we can hold that? I mean, platforms like this are good, right? I mean, to encourage more people, especially female, to come into tech, right? I mean, so aside that and any other thing.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking about next year. So I think we should do something like a catch them young thing. So it's great that just a lot of people know about design, yeah, but there's still a lot of people that don't know that females can do design. So let's go to schools, secondary schools, public secondary schools now. Where some of the girls have already been stereotyped that a woman's place is in the kitchen, a man's place is, tech or something. So let's actually start talking to them, catch them young. I think it starts from there.
I like that. Kind of like that.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about it, but I'm not talking about how to.
Please, when you want to bring that project to life, call me.
Of course, I would like to. Of course.
All right, so thank you so much, Debbie. Rounding up, let me take this last question. Do you have any word of advice for aspiring or upcoming product UI/UX designer?
Yeah, starting out, please don't be a one-man show, right? Try to join a company, intern at a company, or you can even talk to a designer that has gone on earlier on, like senior designer or a designer, maybe mid-level designer that has more experience, and you can tell them that you join them on their gigs. So I do that for my mentees. I bring them on my gigs with the knowledge, of course, of the product owners and stakeholders and all of that. So I bring them on to the experience real life projects, right? Because it's very easy to say, okay, I'm going to design this, I'm going to design that, and I've seen that has helped them, set them up for better projects. Why? Because they can put on a portfolio and they say, okay, yeah, come in, we have to for you and all of that. So I would say you can always reach out to people. So and then please don't give up. Sometimes just people and they're so busy and they may not reply or something. Please try other people. Don't give up. I know it must not be easy, I know, but please understand. So that's one. Two, please don't ever let yourself, stop being curious. Curiosity is a very, 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 very important thing. So always be curious, stay hungry, stay curious. Those two together. So a curious person will look, okay, there's a lot of work 3 months and see what we're doing and dive in there and feed themselves with knowledge until they are certified. So please be curious. Also, another thing I would say is that, go out there and network. So as a designer, trust me, love, I just want to stay indoors and carry my laptop and work all day. But then please let's go out there, because if you just stay indoors, we'll get to meet people. Yeah. You don't meet people that can, help influence our career path and all of that. So if people have things to do, they reach out to people that they know. If they don't know, they can't reach out to them. And this advice I'm giving to myself too. So I have to remind myself to go out more. And that's what else? And also, please take care of yourself. Your health is very important. Your mental health. If there's some gigs that may cost too much in one sense, they're costing your mental health. Please, nothing costs as much as your mental health. Because if you are in the hospital today, the job continues. The product exactly. So there's just one you, and the universe has blessed us with that goodness of just you. So please let us enjoy that goodness. Don't, because of some things that are not very important, make us miss out on the goodness that is you. Right? So there's no other person that is you. There's that. What else? I think I also like to say that as you go through life, even though we're learning design and all of that, we're also living life. So let's try to be happy. Because a lot of times it's so very easy to be caught up in trying to learn and all of that you forget about the fact that you're actually aging, you're actually spending part of your life, the time that you have been planning for it. So let's try to be happy. So what we do, let's be happy, let's be contented, and let's be fulfilled. And let's also try to, impact others any way we can. It might be a word of encouragement. People think of impact so much as, it might be a word of encouragement. You don't know that word of encouragement, the kind of feedback into how going forward, going forward. So please encourage people as much as you can, say positive things to people as much as you can, and give things as much as you can. It doesn't have to be money, it might be time, it might be resource, it might be anything. Please, exactly, it might be compliment. So please, let's do that.
All right, thank you so much, Debbie. So guys, you hear that? Stay hungry, stay curious, network, stay happy, protect your mental health, give compliments and encourage people always. So thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you so much for your time.
For having
Thank
me.
you guys for sticking with us on this session, and I hope you've enjoyed the conversation so far. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, follow I Slim Fit on across all social media platforms, follow Deborah Bashorun on LinkedIn, right? Especially for you guys that are aspiring to be UI UX designers. She's always ready to be a mentor for you as the mentee, right? Follow her across our social media profiles, our LinkedIn, or especially the Twitter, right? So I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.
Bye.